How do I deal with a passive-aggressive mother-in-law? My husband and I have been together for 8 years, married for 2. Although I always had the sense that my Emil didn't approve of me, my relationship with her was amicable and respectful. Until recently, my husband and I were on the brink of divorce earlier this year due to a temporary yet serious trauma to our relationship. We've since recommitted and have become a stronger team than ever before. During this almost separation, which lasted about 2 months, no divorce papers were filed and neither of us moved out of our home. Immediately after she was informed of this situation, it seems she embraced the possibility of us getting divorced. She completely blew me off, cold-heartedly, when I came to her asking for emotional support. One of her few comments was that I needed to move on. This from a person who supposedly values marriage and frowns on divorce. She did not respond to a nice email I later sent to her. After that, I stopped trying. Figured it was like beating my head against the wall. To add insult to injury, she wasted no time at all in her decision to remove the photos of me from her home. I first noticed this only 2 days after our marital problems began, when I asked her for support. Just as she was saying things like, "I don't really know what's going on. I'd like to stay out of it and think about moving on." Really? 2 days into this? Big slap in the face. But I let it go and rationalized her behavior as a mother's instinct to protect her son. Fast forward to the present, my husband and I reconciled several months ago and regularly visit his parents. My relationship with the in-laws is again amicable, yet shallower than ever. And I'm not feeling any respect either. Not once has my Emil told me she's glad our marriage survived or offered any semblance of support in the tiniest way. Even a hello from her sounds very forced. Fine, I'm okay with that. I've learned that people generally suck, and I don't expect too much from her in the first place. I just paint on a smile, hold my head high, and go with the flow when in her presence. My problem, and the main reason for this Reddit, is that she has still not put a single photo that includes me back up on her walls. Now, this is a woman who regularly updates picture frames with new photos of her grandchildren. And if she had previously discarded all photos of me, reprinting them from my shared Picasa folders is something she knows how to do. There is absolutely no excuse or rationalization I can find for this, other than her disliking me. This is bothering me much more than it probably should. My husband cannot control her actions, so I don't want to put him in the middle and create unnecessary drama for everyone by asking him to intervene. Besides, at this point, I'm curious to find out how long it will take, if ever, for her to include me in the family photos on her own. So what do you suggest I do about this, Reddit? Waiting it out has gained me nothing other than a newfound sense of patience. Calling her out on this directly, which would be my typical MO in most scenarios, is not an option because it would create stress in my marriage. If anyone has suggestions for effectively dealing with this, I'd certainly like to hear them. In anticipation of some questions that may be asked, here are a few more tidbits of background info. My husband and I will not be having children. I know this greatly disappoints my Emil and is quite possibly the single reason for her disliking me. Also, the aforementioned crisis in my marriage involved nothing done said on my part to cause her to have ill feelings toward me.